my princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about the Purito Cica Clearing BB Cream. I wanted to try a few more Purito products because they are more of like a green brand. I'm not 100% sure if they're vegan, but I do believe they have like packaging that is, I'm going to say like cruelty free, but like biodegradable packaging, and I believe that their products are not tested on animals, but I'll have to do some research and actually confirm that. But that is why I was interested in the brand in general. I saw the BB cream pop up and I was like, oh, you know, that might work. I haven't had like a Korean BB cream in so long. I've been doing a lot of like cushions, foundations, and then at the moment tinted like moisturizers, but I haven't had like a BB cream in ages. I was a little bit put off by the colors because the number one light beige, which is the one that I got, even though it looks like an okay color, it does kind of have those grayish tones that the old BB creams used to have, and so I was a little bit like cautious on that, and yeah, it's quite grey. So for this review, I'm going to be having a product description, packaging, swatches and application, longevity, and my final thoughts. So if you'd like to skip to any of those points, please do so now. So for the product description, this one says, provides sheer coverage to correct and blur the appearance of uneven skin tone. Formulated with moisturizing Cica ingredients to strengthen the skin barrier and leave skin moisturized. So for this BB cream, the packaging is pretty simple. It does come in a squeeze tube that is able to stand on the tip, and it has not got a pump, it just has like a bland applicator. There are 3 shades in the collection and I picked up the shade Light 21. To be fair, this color on my arm that I've swatched does really match what it shows, which is kind of like a grayish pinkish color. Unfortunately, it's not really the color for me. I was expecting it to be a little less grey, but it is actually what's advertised, so that's good for Purito, thanks. Okay, so this is my skin with just my sunscreen on. So I picked up the shade number 21, which is light beige, and this is the lightest shade in the range. So I'm going to apply it this side with a cushion puff. This is a cushion puff from Artisan, which is just what I had with me. And when it applies, it does kind of warm up to the skin a little bit, but it still does look a little bit grayish. I feel like most of the old BB creams also used to look grayish, which I didn't mind when we had less options. But now I feel like there are significantly more options in BB creams and like lightweight foundations, so I'm less used to having to deal with the grey. And this is my half face done using the BB cream. So it looks pretty natural. My skin does look really nice. But it is slightly off color, which is a little annoying. You can still see quite a few of those little flaws, but it just looks like my skin, but slightly better and slightly more grey. Here is just a different angle with better lighting, just less of a cool background. So this half has the BB cream, and this half does not. Okay, so I'm going to do the other half really quick. And here is the full face of the BB cream. Again, I think that it looks really nice on the skin. It's very natural. It looks quite moisturized, slightly dewy, but not too much. And it doesn't feel very sticky either. Like, I feel like I could probably get away with not powdering this, but I probably will powder it today because it is a bit warmer. It does still give me that grayish glow, which is not my favorite thing. And I'll take you guys out to some different lighting throughout the day as well. I am going to powder half of my face, and the powder that I have today is this one from Hourglass. This is the translucent setting powder. The powder does dull the dewiness a little bit. It makes it look a little bit more natural for my own skin because my skin wouldn't be quite as glowy naturally. And it does look quite nice. So this is how the BB cream looks. This is the side of the powder versus without. Pretty similar, but a little bit more matte. They feel pretty similar though. This one doesn't feel too sticky at all. I might leave it with half side powdered for the entire day because you can't really tell, and then see how it wears throughout the day as well. And here is the skin close up, so you can see with the powdered side, you can see those tiny little fine lines up here, and on the other side, I don't really have as many lines on that side, so you can't really see them as much. You can see quite a few pores around here, a little bit of redness around my nose as well. Whereas on this side, you can still see the pores, but I don't feel like they're as noticeable. For this side, you can see the fine lines around the eyes a little bit more. And then for the scarring, you can still see the redness. That is a birthmark. And then on the unpowdered side, you can still see the redness and the scars. So overall, I think it's pretty similar. I will be doing the rest of my makeup and then I'll show you guys some different lighting and how it looks throughout the day. Okay, so here is like the best lighting that I can get in the room. So I'm standing like with 2 big windows on either side diagonally so that my face is lit up well, so that we can see the color of the BB cream. It has been about maybe like an hour since I put it on, and so the color has kind of changed slightly, and there goes the sun, and merged in better with my neck, so it's not so obvious that it's a bit grey. It is still slightly off, but not so much that I would be bothered by it. Yeah, so this is probably like ideal filming lighting, as good as I can get it. And then here we have more of the indirect indoor lighting. So I am standing further away from windows. The color is a little bit odd because we're inside. And you can see the color difference between my face and my neck a little bit clearer here. It feels like my face is in the shadow. It is just, yeah, it's just that it's darker than my body is. And then we have my least favorite outdoor lighting, which is the fully direct outdoor lighting. And this is how we would be looking. This is like the most unflattering lighting. But you can definitely see the texture. It's very windy today, sorry. So this is how the BB cream looks at 8 hours wear. You can see that it's a little bit shiny around the T-zone, but it looks like it's holding up pretty well. My skin definitely does look a bit textured with this on, so it's not my favorite finish up close. And this is how the BB cream looks after about 12 hours wear. You can see that a bit of the coverage has come off around the cheek area, which is pretty normal, and it looks a little bit shiny through the T-zone, which is not too bad as well. But it doesn't look like it's totally melting off my face, which is great. I still see a lot of texture on the skin, which again, I don't particularly love. Even as my skin gets oilier, it still seems like it's a little bit dry looking. So in general, I'm not a huge fan of this BB cream for a few reasons. The first reason, and the primary reason, is because it's not the right color. I have a lot of other products in my drawer at the moment that are the right color, and I would definitely prefer to use them over this one because this one definitely looks incorrect. I only have myself to blame for that one though, because it is the color that it shows on the website. So I can't really complain there. The longevity was okay. It wasn't any longer or shorter than I would expect from a BB cream, but I didn't feel like the appearance on my skin was the best. Like I said before, I feel like it was a little bit cakey, and I feel like my pores and everything weren't really refined. They didn't look moisturized. It just looked like a foundation finish for me. So when I'm looking for a BB cream, I'm looking for something that makes my skin look like skin, and it feels moisturizing, looks moisturizing, and it looks like more perfect skin. And so unfortunately for this one, it really didn't tick any of those boxes for me. It was nice and nostalgic to try out a BB cream, but I definitely don't miss the grey color that the BB creams used to give me. In comparison, you know, there are so many other products and there are so many more options at the moment, specifically for lighter coverage products too, and ones that will suit my skin tone a little bit more. It's interesting because on the bottle it says flawless coverage, and then on the website it says sheer coverage. I would definitely go with more like sheer to medium coverage than flawless coverage. But what does flawless mean? Does flawless even mean full coverage? I mean, they didn't say it's full coverage, but flawless does typically tend to mean like no flaws, which means that you'd be covering up the flaws. I don't know. So thank you guys so much for watching this review, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!